In Igbo land, some of these gods are believed to have been existing since creation by the people of the southeastern part of Nigeria. Some are still worshipping these gods, and up to today, some do depend on the powers of these gods to still do positive and negative things. So in this video titled "The Gods Igbos Worshipped," we're going to find out about these gods our people worshipped, about these gods the Igbo people worshipped before the coming of the white man. What is the identity and the functions of these gods, and why the Igbos made the choice of worshipping them? We will find out after this interesting and exciting video. Yes, that's exactly what we are going to do after this intro. Hello everyone, Ogu Emmanuel is my name. If you are new in this channel, you are highly welcome, and a special thanks will go to all my returning subscribers and all my esteemed viewers as well. Let's delve straight into the video. Number 1, Ikenga. This is another powerful god, well known in all parts of Igbo land and beyond. Ikenga is a two-horned deity found among the people of the southeastern part of Nigeria. The name Ikenga means place of strength. It is believed Ikenga is the powerful symbol of male source of power. It's a place of pride. Let me put it that way. So the Igbo men used to boast a lot about this deity as the most powerful symbol of power, aggression, and physical prowess. Ikenga is a common kept cultural artifact of Igbo people, or in Igbo land. There is this understanding that a right man's hand was what carved this deity. Probably someone from Nteje to Achala in Anambra State. It is known to be a good agent of action that takes over the life challenges of a typical Igbo man. Yeah. So the second one is Amadioha. What is Amadioha? This is one of the most popular, highly revered Igbo gods that some people up till this day still believed in the efficacy of his powers. Hence, you can still hear the name from the mouth of the deities believers and even non-believers as well. Before you know it, somebody can say, let Amadioha do this, let Amadioha do that. Whether they believe it or not, I don't know. So this Amadioha is highly taken very serious. Yes, Igbos do take this deity serious because it is the god of thunder, oaths, justice, and lightning. It can also be called Kamalo, Akano, Kamano, Ofufe. It has so many names. So the name Amadioha means free will of the people. It is believed that it is representing the collective will of the people of Igbos, or the people from Igbo land. It is one of the most powerful, dangerous, and also is among the most popular gods in Igbo land till date. These deities' fiery temper and nature are sometimes said to have no bounds and very quick to buy its victim. Yeah, Amadioha doesn't waste any time. Amadioha is still till this day, highly revered by cults all over Igbo land, especially in Aro, where these cults that once revered him or revered Amadioha still functions till this day. So this deity still commands a lot of followings in Igbo land, even beyond. There are some people that are not men Igbo people that still trust and makes use of the name Amadioha. So the third one is, the third deity or Igbo god is Ogbunabali. Ogbunabali is said to be one of the most powerful and dangerous of all the local deities in Igbo land. The name Ogbunabali literally means the one that kills in the night. At least when you thought that the day is already far gone and nothing is going to happen again, that's when Ogbunabali normally rises to attack. It is a well-known deity that buys its victims that has committed abominations in the land. The sound of its name, I have already explained how it functions. Yes, the sound of its name alone. So this argument concerning this deity's nature and its mode of operations, its characteristics, this powerful Igbo god Ogbunabali, as it is known, is merciless and dangerous. It is believed to be fatal in action when attacking its victims. So the deity commands a big number of adherents, worshippers, who believes in the efficacy of its powers in Igbo land and beyond. Njoku. Njoku is a well-known agri-like god in Igbo land. I called it agri-like god because it has a lot to do with food, eating, and nutrition. So this deity Njoku has everything to do with the popular food crop in Igbo land called ji, meaning yam. I know now most of you know about yam or must have eaten one at one time or the other. So yam is a staple food heavily enjoyed by the Igbo people and many other people in many parts of the world. So Njoku is believed to be the guardian deity of yam in Igbo land. So in almost every part of Igbo land, rituals were normally carried out annually between that August period in honor of this great goddess of yam called Ahiajoku or Ifejioku. Before any planting season in Igbo land, a series of prayers and supplications are made to this great goddess of yam. A lot of festivities are carried out in many parts of Igbo land to celebrate this goddess for providing the kind of food that has the capacity to feed and sustain a complete Igbo family. From the planting of the crop, that is from the time the crops was planted to its harvesting season without getting hungry. So this crop has been sustaining Igbo people for years. So the name Njoku or Njoku in Igbo land, is a name usually given to some Igbo people dedicated to this deity, with belief they will be prosperous and resourceful. In Igbo land, no one plays with this crop, yam. It's almost something that a lot of people cannot do without when it comes to food. So the fifth one is Anyanwu. We have in Igbo land another powerful god. The Igbos worship before this is a kind of god the Igbos worship before the coming of the white men in the past. And even up till now, some people still do worship Anyanwu. So because of of the belief of its strategic, natural, and spiritual importance, there is this belief in Igbo land that this deity, Anyanwụ, which means the eyes of the sun, is believed to be a divine source of nature because it is paired by its worshippers with the sun. This deity is visionary, a worker, and also a messenger. So from the symbol of this deity, you can see two stars of light and fire blazing. It is seen as what a perfect image of man looks like. So the deity Anyanwụ, that is also as the Ane. Yes, it's the same thing as Ane, who happens to be the mother goddess and the mother creation according to the belief of the Igbo and its followers. This deity commands a large number of worshippers that has many. Yes, they have dedicated many of their children to this deity called Anyanwụ. The sixth god in Igbo land is Igwekala. This is another powerful deity worshipped by many Igbos in the past before the coming of the white men, and even up to this day by some people. So this deity still commands the respect of a reasonable number of worshippers in the land. Despite the influence of Western religion and culture that abounds today, Igwekala visits every 4 years as a masquerade during the December festive periods. As it is, no one comes close once it enters any community in Igbo land. The shrine of this deity can still be found in Amadioha, near the city of Owerri, Imo State, Nigeria. That is where, if you want to know about this deity, you will go to Amadioha. You will see the shrine there. The seventh one is Ekwensu. In Igbo land, Ekwensu is one of the most misunderstood deities. Ekwensu is a god of war, a deity of bargains, and also a trickster, which is part of its nature. Ekwensu is a trickster. The deity is highly feared as much as Njoku is respected. Ekwensu is a version of evil spirit in some other religions and climes. So this deity was mistaken as Ajomo, that is evil spirit, when the Europeans invaded our land. Ekwensu was mistaken as Satan. So when they find it very difficult to defeat the Igbo land, they studied the kind of our backup. Ha cheki ka isi kwado kedu ihe ndị Igbo ji wee merie ha n'agha. So they studied our backup. They wanted to know how were these people managed to win them at this war. So they studied the kind of our backup and strategies that made it possible for the Igbos to buy many of their British counterparts, their soldiers. Imagine. People that has no possession of sophisticated weapons or modern war equipment were able to finish the British that invaded the Igbo land at that time. So many of them were acquired. Their soldiers, their officers, because the Igbo people, they refused to surrender to be colonized by them. So it was the missionaries that demonized it. They penetrated the Igbo people's defenses, by using some of those first set of Igbo early missionary converts that embraced their faith. Then, so that was when they introduced cheating, I know, and the destruction of our traditional faith and holy places. So Ekwensu is well feared and avoided by all in Igbo land. Ekwensu is not a desperate deity, but when it possesses someone, it leads the person to commit acts of great evil against Njoku or humanity. You know, Ekwensu has a lot of adherents that worship it till this day. A lot of followers still worship Ekwensu till this day in Igbo land. So the number 88th one is Allah or Ane. Allah or Ane is probably the most powerful deity that is believed and worshipped by many Igbos before the invasion of these missionaries. There are lots of Allah worshippers even till this day. Allah is a female deity that represents the earth's morality, fertility, and creativity. As the most respected god in Igbo land, she is seen as the wife of Amadioha, the god of the sky that commands a big authority in Igbo land. Allah is as it is mostly called, is the first deity created by Njoku. All grounds are seen and considered Allah herself to be holy. They considered Allah to be holy. Okay? So the water that flows in and out of her represents the fountain of life and fertility in Igbo land. Allah is considered to be in charge of the underworld, which holds the dead. I mean, our dead ancestors in her womb. So there is this belief that it is in her stomach that is where the dead and the living resides. Yeah. Allah is involved in judging human actions and is in charge of Igbo laws, customs, and also it is known as Omenani. So this deity, Allah, have a messenger and a living agent on earth called Python, meaning Eke, which is highly revered in some places in Igbo land. Many people used to worship Eke in Igbo land till this day. So the deity Allah has a lot of adherents, worshippers that are still down with the deity till this day. So the 9th one is Idemili. Idemili is one of the most powerful and highly revered river goddess in Igbo land. It is also known as Ekemili. You know, she is a deity that is mostly interested in the pregnant women, mothers, infants. She doesn't take it easy with anybody that takes offenses against these people. The deity will go attack immediately without wasting time if you tamper those people. The deity attacks seriously with violence against anyone that triggers her annoyance. A story was once told about how pythons used to pay homage in Idemili to newly born babies. So the python will innocently go coil around the newborn baby as an act of welcome to the community. They say that whenever these pythons visit your house, it might be for a good news or bad one. The python conveys messages too. So the python is a messenger. The shrine of this deity is in Nnobi, Anambra State, which is probably one of the oldest shrines in Igbo land, with a lot of worshippers. That is why buying of python is highly forbidden, because of the heavy consequences that is attached to this offense in Idemili area of Anambra State and beyond. So the 10th one is called Agu. Agu is another powerful deity worshipped in Igbo land with large following, depending on the worshipper's view. Agu is a deity in Igbo land. The job of this deity is to take care of sacred oaths, promises made. Not so much is known about this deity like the others, but it is very influential in Igbo traditional history. This deity is very good at striking down those who defaulted the oaths they took before her shrine. So people do come to the shrine of the deity to take oaths and make promises. So finally, these are some of the gods the Igbo people used to worship before the coming of the white men. Although due to the influence of Western education and religion, most of the shrines these days are no longer populated like they used to be in the past. It's because of our so-called, let me put it that way, so-called civilization. So this video is to educate you, the viewer, about what our ancestors worshipped in the distant past. Please, as always, let me know from the comments. Yes, go to the comment section. Tell us what you think about this video. Please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click like on my Facebook page. Ring the notification bell and do not forget to share this video. It will help the algorithm. Let us meet in my next video. Bye bye.